The latest Pulse Asia survey reported similar data, with 43% respondents willing to get the vaccine. Alam mo, I don't want to be yung bunganga ko, pero itong mga buang na ito, they not only endanger themselves, their family, but everybody they come in contact with, and everything that they touch or hold, mag-iwan sila ng virus, they can spread, and they are called the spreader because they spread with more audacity. Diba? Ika nga. So, huwag kayong magalit sa pulis at sa mga military kasi utos ko yan. So, hindi man nila kasalanan kasi pag hindi nila na-implement, pag may nakita ako na violation, sila man ang bubulyawan ko. So, in other words, they're just doing their duty. So, kindly understand that. Alam mo the importance of vaccines. Yung more than lang the importance of vaccines, you must get the vaccine or you die. Ilang beses na yan sinasabi na, many times. So, kung ayaw talaga ninyo maniwala, huwag mo na lang kayo lumabas ng bahay para wala kayong mahawa. At kung ganyan if that is your state of mind, actually, to me, you are antisocial. Para kang galit sa tao.
Metro Manila mayors want to suspend the IATF's policy, allowing kids 5 and up to go outdoors. As the threat of the Delta variant looms, a group flags the shortage of nurses in private hospitals. An official from PDP-Laban bears a list of possible senatoriables to be endorsed by President Duterte for the upcoming elections. Eid Mubarak to our Muslim brothers and sisters. Today, the Muslim community celebrates the Feast of Sacrifice, or the Eid al-Adha. We'll check out the celebrations amid the pandemic live. And Miss Universe Philippines reveals the top 100 finalists for this year's pageant. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. We begin today's newscast with Metro Manila mayors asking the national government to suspend its policy on allowing kids aged 5 to 17 years old outdoors. MMDA Chairman Benher Abalos announced this during the latest Talk to the People address last night. Abalos said that NCR mayors reached a consensus that kids should not be allowed outside because of the threat of the Delta variant. Although he assured the public that local executives are ready for the highly transmissible COVID-19 variant.
Nagbotohan kami kanina, kami po mga alkalde, mga mayors, nag-usap-usap po kami at hinihiling po sana namin sa IATF baka maaari na yung polisiya tungkol sa 5-year-old pataas ay baka pwedeng isuspindi muna sa Metro Manila. Dahil nga po meron kaming kaso rito at medyo tumaas po ang kaso rito. Sa dahilan po na ang 5 to 17 ay hindi bakunado at sila po ay posibleng maging super spreaders.
Meanwhile, Interior Secretary Ed Año also told the President and Cabinet members that about 26,000 provincial and barangay LGUs have submitted their vaccination action plans. Año also said that they will implement necessary steps to prevent the entry of the more Delta variant cases in the country.
Ating higpitan ng mga border controls, lalo na ang mga international airports. Magdadagdag din po ng kaukulang quarantine and isolation facilities at mga healthcare facilities.
President Rodrigo Duterte says the government might have to reinforce stricter restrictions in light of the locally transmitted cases of the Delta variant. Duterte said the local cases in the country is a cause for serious alarm and concern. since one Delta-positive person can reportedly infect up to 8 other persons. By comparison, a patient with the original Alpha variant could infect up to 5 other persons. Duterte urged the DILG and the PNP to implement existing protocols with greater urgency to fight the threat of this Delta variant. Meanwhile, vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. seemed much more optimistic as he reported the continued pickup of the country's vaccination rates.
Achieving a better Christmas this year will be on track. Because of the Delta, we are redeploying our vaccines to the Delta variant area of concerns in Region 10, in NCR, in Region 6, at saka po yung mga ECQ at MECQ areas.
The president then expressed dismay at those who are still refusing to sign up for vaccination. He says unvaccinated Filipinos should stay home all the time so they can't endanger other individuals.
Mga buang na ito, they not only endanger themselves, their family, but everybody they come in contact with, and everything that they touch or hold, mag-iwan sila ng virus, they can spread, and they are called the spreader because they spread with more audacity.
Private hospitals are once again sounding the alarm on the lack of health workers amid the pandemic. Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines president, Jose de Grano, said that they can ask for the government's help to increase their bed capacity by up to 30%. But this would mean nothing if they continue to lose health workers, especially nurses. De Grano said that some of their hospital staff have resigned due to exhaustion or have moved to government hospitals because of better pay and benefits.
Naghahanap na rin kami. But then wala talagang makuha right now, no? We ask government also, Department of Health, to augment us. Pero wala talaga halos ma-recruit, no? Yun ang hinihiling namin, of course, maunawaan nila kung anong problems ng private hospitals. First, of course, is we lack manpower, no? And number 2 is funding. So aside from the low census ngayon ng mga hospitals, at saka yung delayed payments ng PhilHealth.
On the other hand, NTF Special Advisor Ted Herbosa said that many hospitals have started gearing up for the possible surge in cases caused by the Delta variant. However, speaking with one PHS sa Totoo Lang, Herbosa pointed out that a surge might be difficult to address outside the capital region.
Baka nga mangyari kasi yan. And ang takot ko, pag yan nangyari outside Metro Manila, mas hirap tayo. Kasi our resources sa healthcare system in the provinces and in the region is not as high as the ones we have in Metro Manila.
We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. President Duterte openly wondered why Chinese vessels appear to readily back down whenever confronted by the local Coast Guard. This after reports that the PCG successfully drove away a Chinese naval warship cruising near El Nido in Palawan. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzano surmised that the Chinese were avoiding a confrontation since they were already near Palawan, which is not a contested island and is exclusively part of our territory. He added that the crew of the foreign warship most likely didn't want to engage with a civilian ship manned by our Coast Guard.
Historically, we never really sent any of our warships. Puro Coast Guard lang eh. That's really part, Coast Guard pa, is part of the diplomatic, yan eh. And we do not send warships.
Meanwhile, the president lambasted former DFA chief Albert Del Rosario, proclaiming that Chinese officials had been bragging about shaping the outcome of the 2016 Philippine elections. Last week, the former DFA secretary said he received information that high officials from China are bragging that they had a hand in Duterte's win back in 2016.
Itong visiting forces agreement, ang extension niyan is on deck, on the table. Ikaw, Alberto, pag nasilip ko lang meron ka, I will charge you for marami akong ididemanda sa iyo. Ikaw ang habulin ko kasi ikaw ang nag-transmit sa message. You are, in olden times, kung atwar lang tayo sana, you are guilty of treason.
In other news, a ranking official from PDP-Laban has bared a list of possible senatorial candidates, which will be endorsed by President Duterte for next year. Among them are incumbent and former lawmakers like Senators Mig Zubiri and Cinta Villar, as well as ex-Senator J.V. Ejercito and House Deputy Speaker Loren Legarda. Several cabinet members will also be endorsed by the President for the senatorial race. These include Public Works Secretary Mark Villar, Transportation Secretary Art Tugade, Labor Secretary Bebot Bello, and DICT Secretary Gringo Onasa. That's on top of Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Sal Panelo, Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles, Communications Secretary Martin Andanar, and Palace spokesperson Harry Roque. And lastly, the official also said that some prominent personalities will round out PDP senatorial slate. They're actor Robin Padilla, TV host Willie Revillame, and TV5 anchor Rafi Tulfo. However, Tulfo has already said he has no plans to run for senator. The Muslim community is celebrating one of its most important holidays, the Eid al-Adha. Justine Punsalang now reports to us live from the Golden Mosque in Quiapo, Manila to give us the latest. Good morning, Justine. What are you seeing?
Charles, rain showered over this year's celebration of Eid al-Adha of our Muslim brothers and sisters here in Quiapo. And despite the threats of COVID-19 and its variants, many people still flocked the Golden Mosque. As early as 4 in the morning, our Muslim brothers and sisters arrived at Golden Mosque for the celebration of Eid al-Adha. Police and barangay officials manned the premises to make sure that minimum health protocols are being followed. However, with the sheer number of Muslims in Quiapo and outside of Quiapo, the strict implementation of physical distancing had been difficult. According to Barangay 384 Chairman Khalil Pundoma, only 800 Muslims are allowed inside the Golden Mosque. However, those waiting outside the mosque reached as high as 900. Some even brought children below 5 years old, which is still not allowed under the IATF guidelines. But according to their parents, while they are indeed afraid of the Delta variant, there is a greater need to pray and celebrate today. And as precaution, their children donned face masks, although there weren't many people wearing face shields. The Muslims who went to Quiapo this morning said they trust Allah to protect them from the virus. They also prayed for the pandemic to be over. Charles, the prayer for today's celebration of Eid al-Adha is already over, but that celebration was rushed because of the rain. Charles?
Thanks for that, Justine. That was Justine Punsalang reporting live from Quiapo in Manila. The top 100 candidates for the next Miss Universe Philippines has been revealed, and in it are some familiar faces. Among those who made the cut were celebrities like star magic artist Maureen Robowitz, who first rose to international fame as the first Filipino winner of Asia's Next Top Model in 2017. Also on the list is ex-PBB housemate Kisses de la Vin, who already won a couple of local pageants before entering showbiz. There were also a couple of pageant veterans on the list, like Miss Universe Aklan and New Ginebra calendar girl Cristel Abello. The same goes for 2012 Binibining Pilipinas Tourism and 2018 Miss Supranational USA Katrina Di Marana. Also in the running is 2019 Binibining Pilipinas Globe Leren May Bautista, and another woman vying for the next Miss Universe Philippines crown. Some social media personalities, including famous Morena TikToker Ayn Bernos. The 2021 Miss Universe Philippines will have its coronation night on September 25, where Rabia Mateo will crown her successor. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.